Hey, it's me, ProJared, and this is the morality machine. Are you a good person? But what if there is no good answer, and what will you do? This is a website that I learned about recently, where it basically gives you several scenarios in which there is no quote-unquote right answer. It's just what's the best possible thing you can do. It's going to test my morals. Are they good? Or do I have them? And as we all know, I don't. So let's kill some kids or whatever. Start judging. What should this self-driving car do? For example, in this case, the self-driving car with sudden brake failure will continue ahead and drive through a pedestrian crossing, resulting in 1 dead woman and 3 dead men. Note the affected pedestrians are flouting the law by crossing on the red signal. Or, in this case, the self-driving car with sudden brake failure will serve and crash into a concrete barrier. This will result in 4 dead homeless people. Wait, what? What? Okay, so here's a car, right? And there's just a barrier here on the road for reasons. They're jaywalking. And I guess there's just 4 homeless people in the car? How'd you get a car?
Bodily fluid and hair samples, we determined that a bunch of old homeless dudes had an orgy in the car.
Oh, God.
Unless you live in there, but then you're not homeless, you have a home. The home's your car. So it's either they either swerve and hit this random ass barrier, killing all of them, or they just keep on plowing through the pedestrians so that they can live. What should the self-driving car do? Well, the self-driving car is a robot and should not be trusted. Number 1, obviously, we blame the car manufacturer. Get better brakes. How could your self-driving car have problems? Where are the brakes, etc.? So obviously it's not an issue with any of us. It's their fault. We gotta blame someone that. Cancel, who makes cars? Fiat. What should they do? You know what? They're breaking the law, and they knew the risks already. Hit the people. Get them. Oh, it's more self-driving car stuff? Is it all self-driving car? Okay. Okay, so now we got self-driving cars that's empty? Same thing. No brakes. In this case, the self-driving car with sudden brake failure will swerve and drive through a pedestrian crossing in the other lane. This will result in 1 dead dog and 3 dead cats, or straightforward killing a baby, a criminal, a little girl, and a little boy. This one's easy. I like dogs and cats more than any of these things, so hit them. Is it? Okay, so I guess it's all just self-driving car then. Jeez, okay. We got another empty car, and we're either gonna hit an elderly man and 1 woman, or an elderly man or It's not the same. There's no moral here. It's like, do you want to kill an old man and a woman, or do you want to kill the other old man and a woman? Oh, I don't know, moral machine, you really got me here. What kind of person do I really want to be? Again, this one's easy. You swerve, that way if there's any onlookers, you can at least pretend like you tried to do something. All right, self-driving car. Empty. Plow on straight through, hitting 2 dogs. Or swerve and hit a girl and a female athlete. Kill 2 dogs or 2 women. Which, first off, shout out to this little girl, because this athlete obviously on her morning run or a jog, and yet somehow she's keeping up. You know what? So she's got a future in track. Or we can kill 2 dogs, who are not on leashes. They're far enough behind these 2 that I don't think they belong to either of the women. Therefore, they might just be stray dogs or homeless dogs. So no one would miss them if they die. Except for me. I would never hurt an animal. You're dead. All right, more self-driving car stuff. Okay, so brake failure on the self-driving car. You either hit 1 large man and a regular type of man, or hit 1 large woman and a regular woman. Why does the largest matter on this? I don't like that. All right, where are your morals? You want to kill a guy and a fat guy? Or you want to kill a woman and a fat woman? Now what? Smarty pants? Think you're so high and mighty? I don't know, dude. It don't matter. There ain't no one in the car. Why is the car even driving if it's empty? Unless it's Batman's car, and he just pressed his bat signal button to bat call the bat car to bat pick him up. Bat Uber. We'll stick with the swerve tactic. That makes the most sense to me. Okay. Oh no, there we. Oh no. Oh, hey, same thing. This is the same. They did it again. I think these are randomly generated or something because it is the same one. It's like plow through and hit one female doctor, or swerve and hit one female doctor. The only difference being we can hit and kill the one that is obeying crosswalk signals, or we swerve and hit the one that is not obeying crosswalk signals. Basically, what this thing is asking is like, if someone doesn't obey the walk signal, do they deserve to die? Answer, yes. Obviously. I've never had jury duty. If I ever get called for jury duty, I'm gonna show them this video and just be like, see, this is why I can't do it. Let me go home. Now, this is another one where it's actually really easy to figure out and solve where the self-driving car should swerve. Because they're both doctors. No matter which one you hit, there's gonna be a doctor there already ready to help. Plus, look, they even got a little med kit ready to go. They get hit by a car, they just run up, use the med kit, and they get back 40 health or whatever. So, I guess we'll just plow through the one that's at least not obeying a crosswalk signal. Because you know what? This doctor is so full of himself. It's like, well, I'm a doctor and I'm very important. Got things to go do and solve. And I got to make a lot of money. And I sell pills to people that they don't need from companies that pay me money to do so. So you're full of yourself. Die. All right, here we go. Now you either hit one man or one homeless person. Empty car. A lot of the same issues. Don't know anything about them. I feel like a lot of people would kind of default to be like, oh, hit the homeless person. Well, it's like, well, no, that's still a person. You can't just devalue or dehumanize someone just because they don't have a home or they're in a rough spot in their life. It's not like they're no longer good for society. Like, they can get back on their feet. Anyone can recover if you just give them a chance. So just because they're homeless doesn't make them automatically better or a better option to hit, or they're worth hitting and or killing or whatever. So like I don't like that kind of presentation that they're kind of signaling here. Just be like that kind of go-to thought process that not necessarily everybody, but I know some people would. It's like, oh, the homeless person, they're like not even a person, just hit them, who cares, no one will miss them. Not true. So I don't like that. However, no one will miss a jaywalker, and this homeless person is crossing when it says don't walk. Die. Oh, tons of people. Holy shit. Okay. Okay, what should the self-driving car do? Okay, so if they swerve, they'll hit 2 elderly men, 2 elderly women, and 1 regular type woman. But if they go straight forward, they hit 2 men, 2 girls, and 1 woman. Okay, so we know math and algebra enough that there's 1 woman on every side, so that means they basically equal out. So we just take those women and remove them. No longer an issue. Don't have to worry about the women anymore. Instead, it's basically, do you want to kill some old people, or do you want to hit 2 husbands and their daughters? You know, and see, and that's one of those morality things. It's like, you know, do you just hit the old people because they've been alive for so long that, you know, they've had a good life and the kids got a future, you know? Gotta give them a chance. You can't take that away from them. Or do you save the old people because, I don't know, they've been around for a while, but probably a senator or something. I also am not someone who believes in the thought process of, oh, you gotta help protect the kids. You know, like they still have a whole future ahead of them. It's like, yeah, you know, but that future could suck. They could be bad, or maybe they'll die in like 2 years from playing with a backhoe. I don't know. So, no, I don't automatically think that you should just protect the children because they have their whole future in front of them. You know, some kids suck. So this is why I don't want to have kids ever. I don't even know if I'll like my own kids. So this is another one of those things where I do think the answer here is pretty simple because, like I said, we have some husbands with their daughters. Again, women don't matter. Take them out. They are not a factor in here. We got the two husbands with their daughters. And then if we hit and kill them, we'll be accused of being a hate crime or being anti-gay or something. And you know what? I don't want that. That's not good for business. So instead, we'll hit all the old people. Boop. Okay. Oh, now there we go. So now we got people in the car again. And there's once more, just a big ol' barrier on the road for whatever reason. Okay, so it's either the self-driving car can swerve and kill all of its passengers, which is a large man, a male athlete, and a boy, or it keeps driving straight forward, hitting a large man, an athlete, a boy, and a female executive. Interesting. Okay, so again, there's a lot of extra layers here that I think a lot of people don't really consider when it comes to, you know, who should die to keep others alive. It's the lifeboat thing, you know, where everyone's on a lifeboat, but then they realize there's too many people on the lifeboat and they'll sink unless they toss some people off the lifeboat. Same thing here. Same thing. So, it's, you know, who would you let perish just so that other people could live? Now, I think, and what I see here is, again, like I'm looking at the layers underneath the layers. They're not crossing on a walk signal. But I guess neither is the barrier, but you know, I won't hold that against them. But more importantly, you got look at the people that are here, right? This in the car you have a large man, an athlete, and a boy. Straight ahead of them on the street, they have a large man, an athlete, and a boy, and a female executive. An executive what? You may ask. How about some sort of medical or pharmaceutical company that has clearly been working on cloning technology, because straight ahead of them, they see their doppelgangers. Large man, male athlete, boy, and she created them. These are abominations against mankind and is obviously an evil scientist that's going to be somehow taking over the world by cloning technology. So you gotta take him out before it's too late. This game's easy. Self-driving car. Swerve into the barrier, killing all the passengers, which is 2 boys and a cat. Or plow on forward, hitting a dog and an elderly woman. Does no one ever walk on a crosswalk signal? I feel like 9 out of 10 of these, it's always been someone just walking when they're not supposed to. Okay. I feel like it's another easy one. I do know it's a self-driving car. And the whole thought is, what should the self-driving car do? What kind of AI or programming decisions should it make? But here's the thing. Its passengers is 2 boys and a cat. Those boys can't drive. 2 young boys shouldn't even be hiring an Uber or going anywhere without parent supervision. They're up to something, and it's no good. They could be vandals. They might go spray paint a wall. Oh, that's not okay. They're not even supposed to be in there in the first place. And you know what? There's only one good way for them to learn their lesson, and that's to crash into a concrete barrier and die. Oh, tons of people. Holy heck. Oh, Lord. Okay. Wow. Well, no brakes. If they plow forward, it'll hit 3 female athletes, 1 male athlete, and 1 woman. But if they swerve and hit the people who are crossing the crosswalk when they're not supposed to, it'll hit 2 women, 1 large man, and 2 large women. So it's basically, do you hit the athletes, or do you hit the people who, every year say, this is when I'm finally going to get into shape? And then come January 1st, they say, I'll start Monday. And then come Monday, they're like, I'll start next week. And then by the next week, they'll say, no, I'll get started next month. That's why the gyms are less busy. And then come next month, they're like, oh, I don't have time to do this anymore. And then they repeat that ad nauseum every single year. And they're jaywalkers. It says don't walk, and yet they walkin'. But they can't be like that unfit, because clearly they're still walking. Even just getting some walks in every now and then is nice. That can be super helpful for your health. Recommend it. No, this is easy. Another easy answer. Now, I think what they want me to think is, don't hit all the athletes. They're in shape. They're working out. Therefore, they're hot. You don't want to kill hot people, do you? Do you want to kill hot people, or you want to kill ugly people? Kill ugly people. Do it. No. No, I got this figured out. It's really easy. What should the self-driving car do? Easy. Plow straight on through to the athletes. Why? They're athletic. Their reflexes are probably pretty high up, and they got the muscles. They might be able to get out of the way in time. I know it says that no matter what, they're going to get hit by the car and killed, but they can get out of the way. They're also in better shape, so they have a better chance of surviving, being hit by a car. So therefore, go after them. They got the best chance of survival. They're breaking the law. But you know what? They're at least trying to get exercise in. Whatever. Bang. There will be a summary at the end of this, by the way. Self-driving car. So if you go straight forward, you hit a baby, a dog, and a large man. Or if you swerve, you hit a baby, a dog, a large man, a cat, and a female athlete. All right. So this is the same thing as earlier. Like, these are the exact same dilemmas presented for either option, only it's like equality-wise, it's either do you kill less people or do you kill more people? Because there's a baby, dog, and a large man in either or. Only one also has a cat and a female athlete. I would obviously hit the less people. Right? And they've already made it halfway through the crosswalk, so you get past that halfway point on the street, it's like, all right, you're safe. You don't have to worry about anything coming from your left. So that wouldn't be fair to them. They hit that checkpoint. So we'll hit these 3. Final one. What should the self-driving car do? We had the same dilemma earlier. It's like, if it goes straight forward, it hits 2 women and a man. But if it swerves, it hits 2 athletic women and an athletic man. Now, I don't want to cover the same moral dilemmas over and over again. So what I do see here is, once again, some athletes, and as we discussed, they're pretty quick and get out of the way. And if it swerves, that buys just a few precious seconds to help them get out of the way a bit more. And maybe they'll hear some tire squeaks, There's some squealing so they can move forward. So therefore, I would say it needs to swerve because these guys can move. All right. Here we go. Results. Okay. So it says my most saved character is a dog. Most killed character, female athlete. That's fine. Saving more lives. It says me. It doesn't matter. Everyone else matters a lot. Oops. My thought process was sound. Protecting the passengers. Most people were like kind of in the 50-50 area, but I guess I was more towards protecting the people in the car. Apparently, I don't know. Upholding the law. Everyone's about the same. I guess generally people don't go towards the does not matter for upholding the law when it comes to walking on the turn signal. That's about right. Yeah, it doesn't matter a lot, but like, you know, you should. Avoiding intervention doesn't matter or matters a lot. So basically, do they swerve or not? And most people are like, it matters a lot. You keep going through. Where I'm like, no, get out of their way. Okay, that's interesting. Gender preference. Most people lean female, but I guess I lean more female. Whatever. I slide this down a bit more this way, if you know what I'm saying. Species preference. I am 100% on the pet side. People, humans versus pets, putting on the pets. They're good boys and they've done nothing wrong. They don't know the crosswalk, pedestrian signals, whatever. It's not their fault. Age preference. Most people lean towards saving younger people. Not this guy. I don't give a shit. Completely neutral, as it should be. Doesn't matter. Old, young, I'll let you get hit by a self-serving car, and I'll sue you afterwards for getting hit. Fitness preference. Most people preferred more fit people. I was like way 1,000% large people. Oh yeah, it's because all the fit people can get out of the way. Right, obviously. That makes sense. And finally, social value preference. Doctors versus criminals. Most people lean towards doctors and executives. And I was completely neutral. And you know what? That's correct. This is right. A life is a life. I'm the superior being here. Because they're all people. Okay. All right, well, this is the thing. I didn't realize all of this was going to be just self-driving car questions, but whatever. Now you have a look into my morality and thought process. I hope it was enlightening, to say the least. I don't know. If you want to check this out, go to moralmachine.net if you want to try it. Do it yourself. And I hope you didn't mind this slightly different video. Thank you guys so very much for watching. See you next time.